Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back at it again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review right here, guys. And today, man, I am pretty excited to give you guys the goods, the lowdown on this upcoming Creed fragrance release. It releases next month, and I cannot wait to give you guys everything you need to know about this fragrance before it releases. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. Guys, I wouldn't get this Creed fragrance sample without your guys' support, without liking and subscribing and watching all the videos, guys. So please continue to do so and support the channel as we head towards 18,000 subscribers, guys. So I'm excited about that. Let's get it. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than the latest Creed release coming out next month. This is none other than Creed Carmina. Yes, Creed Carmina right here. I'm excited to talk about this right here. And this is the official sample of Creed Carmina that, per my Creed sources, are starting to, they're being dispersed slowly and quietly in certain Neiman Marcus locations and Creed boutiques around the world, guys. So if you're near any of those, maybe you should talk to the representative and get yourself one of these right here. So I'm pretty lucky that I've been able to get this early and try it for you guys. And the interesting thing about Carmina, guys, is that it's based on a color. It is based on a color. Carmina, basically the root word would be carmine, which also means crimson red. And if you look at the bottle, that's it. It's crimson red. On this photo right here, it looks like kind of like a pinkish crimson red, but the actual bottle is really a deep crimson red right here. And when we think about that, what do we think about, guys, right? First and foremost, I think about the fall winter season. I'm thinking about a deep dark fragrance, guys, crimson red, that also has maybe some sensual and romantic and maybe even spicy overtones. And that's just my imagination looking at the bottle right here. So I'm gonna talk about it right here. And the interesting thing too is that it's billed as a woman's fragrance. So that's another thing. Carmina is a woman's name. There is an actress in the Philippines named Carmina, a famous actress. And so that's how I know. And it's being billed as a women's fragrance. However, a lot of guys that have tried this early have said that this is an amazing men's fragrance, guys. So definitely on this review, I will be giving you guys the lowdown, the scent development. I will address the possible unisex angle of Carmina. I'm so excited. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, guys, now let's talk about Creed Carmina right here. Starting with the opening notes. Right at the top, you are going to get the spices of saffron and pink peppercorn. And then you will also get a cherry note, a very prominent cherry note, as well as the early appearance of peony florals, guys. Now, right here in this fragrance, man, this intro is really nice because it's spicy as I thought. There's gonna be that spicy, fragrant saffron with a woody edge, a woody profile from the pink peppercorn right here. Now, all this spicy woodiness is also counterbalanced by a beautiful cherry note. And, as you've seen with Tom Ford releasing, a couple of cherry fragrances, guys, well, Creed is getting into this too by dropping a cherry note right here that's very prominent as a beautiful balancer to those spices right here. Now, there's going to be another balancer, which is going to be your peony florals. Now, this is like a pink floral that is right here to add a lingering touch to this fragrance. So it's going to be peony florals with some cherry, a prominent cherry note, and of course the warm, spicy, woody edge of saffron and pink pepper. What a lovely intro right here. Now, on top of this wonderful intro right here, the one thing I do like is that it is balanced. This fragrance, the notes on the opening are all very balanced. You're not gonna get a single note that really dominates too much, that you could say, oh, it's a cherry fragrance, or oh, it's a saffron fragrance. Every note right here, super balanced. Saffron, like I said, woody pink pepper, and then you've got the cherry note, and then you've got a little bit of that lingering peony right there as the balancer. It is lovely, it is balanced, definitely it represents the crimson red color right there, guys, and I think it is very, very unisex. I think both guys and gals are gonna love this intro right here. Again, spicy, cherry, woody. I mean, what's not to like about this intro? As long as you know what you're getting into, guys, okay? So this is a wonderful intro right here. And the initial sillage and projection of Carmina is that it is a lingering draw-in scent. Definitely a lingering draw-in scent, and definitely for the wearer, sets you up with a sexy attitude, and it will draw in people instantly, guys. So it is a beautiful intro, and as we head into the mid of Carmina, we get the appearance of one of my favorite parts of Carmina, which is the appearance of Cashmere Wood. Yes, Cashmere Wood appears right here in the mid of Carmina. I would say like an hour in, guys. You'll still get that spicy, floral, woody coverage right there with that beautiful cherry note for about more than an hour actually, guys. But again, an hour in, it gets a lot more comforting, woody, a little bit of that suede feel, that cashmere wood feel starts blanketing this fragrance an hour in, and it is a sensual gradient as expected, but it is one of my favorite parts right here. It's comforting, it's woody, very, very unisex. I would say that the Cashmere Wood keeps this fragrance unisex, because if you look at it, there are some floral notes. I mean, we are going to get violet, we're going to get rose eventually, but there are also balancer notes, such as your spices, such as the woody notes, such as this cashmere accord that sets up a very unisex feel, a gradient into the mid. And I mean, it is just perfect. It's just perfect. Great transition. Lovely. Now, my first impression of Creed Carmina was like, damn, I cannot wait to wear this fragrance for the fall winter season. Obviously, this fragrance was made for that, and it's because of the spicy woody facets with that cherry setting up that crimson color right there, and of course that blanket of cashmere wood, that very comfortable blanket of cashmere wood, kind of like a cashmere sweater feel on this fragrance. Definitely this is something that, I mean, you might want to wear once the fall winter season hits. I mean, I definitely love this intro, and also I love that in this case with Carmina, it seems like Creed stepped out of their comfort zone with this. Instead of creating like yet another safe fragrance that everybody will like, every single person will like, they made a fragrance that, you know, it really sets up a very sensual, romantic, sexy gradient that not everyone can pull off. That is for sure. But for those that want to, I think you will find it right here, guys, with this fragrance. What a wonderful intro. Okay, now let's talk about the mid of Carmina. As the mid progresses, the gradient continues. The crimson red gradient continues, because right here in the mid, as I've said, cashmere wood starts coming in. There's still going to be your peony florals, but then you will also get a very deep, dark rose de mai, okay? A note of rose de mai, as well as some well-blended violet right here, guys. Now, for some people that know violet, I know that in some fragrances, violet stands out as like a counter note, but here the violet is well blended in and provides like a little bit of that sweetness, guys, as you are getting a deep dark rose de mai, also blanketed by a very comforting cashmere wood right here, guys. So again, with this mid, it's gonna be rose. It's gonna be rosy, but then you're also gonna have these nice comforting balancers that doesn't really make this a truly rose fragrance. Just like what I've said in the intro, everything is balanced. It's more of the color. You're really thinking about the color of carmine or crimson red going forward, guys. And again, it is a deep dark gradient that continues. Pretty much this is the entire fragrance. It's a deep dark gradient, again, with a beautiful high quality rose and some cashmere wood. Now, the start to mid of this fragrance, Carmina, in my opinion, lasts up to 6 hours. Yes, that's right, 6 hours before the dry down notes start popping, guys. And so that's really a huge coverage from hour 1 to hour 6 to enjoy that saffron, cherry, woody pink peppercorn intro with the peonies, and then it goes into the cashmere wood, rosy violet gradient. That's up to 6 hours, guys, and that says a lot about the overall performance of Carmina, guys, because Creed has been known to release some pretty weak fragrances that kind of disappear within like 3 to 4 hours, guys, or 6 hours max. But this fragrance right here, start to mid, is going to be 1 to 6. And I think it's because of these thick fall winter notes continuing on, and I think you won't be disappointed about the performance of this fragrance. Now heading into the dry down, guys, we are going to get the appearance of semi-smoky incense and myrrh. I would say it's more incensey, and the smoky incense actually picks up from the cashmere wood feel. So like I said, cashmere wood feels like a cashmere sweater, and then you get the appearance of smoky incense. And to me, guys, it's going to be incense and rose heading into the dry down, a smoky dark rose with some sweetness from the violet. That is something you'll get headed into the dry down. Nothing surprising, but it is lovely with that appearance of that incense. It gets deeper and darker. And the thing that's the most interesting to me when it comes to the dry down is the appearance of ambroxan. Yes, ambroxan is in the dry down of Creed Carmina right here. Not the honeyed amber note that maybe some of y'all will expect. I thought it was gonna be like amber and musk, as in honeyed amber and musk, and I was gonna say, oh, you know what, it's like the same old banana on the ending. But no, they went with ambroxan here. And right here, the ambroxan note definitely is a woody, dry, and musky note that pairs perfectly with that musk for that nice gradient ending. And again, this one right here makes that smoky rose amazing as well. The appearance of the ambroxan definitely adds to the overall impact of this dry down. And of course, it also boosts the performance of this fragrance, the appearance of ambroxan in the end, guys. So I really like this smart ending. It's almost like, I think what I like about this is that it gives me carbon sapphire feels from Boudicca the Victorious, because for me, carbon sapphire was like a rose note that had like a modern feel, you know, like a modern gradient musky feel. And I think that Carmina has something similar right here with carbon sapphire, in that it didn't go into like some sweet ending that could be, you know, pretty much femme, but they went with ambroxan and musk as the nice woody musky endings to this fragrance with that smoky rose. So I think that a lot of people will be very impressed with this dry down that boosts the performance of this fragrance well over 10 hours right here. Okay, now let's answer the question, is this fragrance femme leaning? Is it made for women or men, or is it really unisex? In my opinion, guys, this is an incredibly unisex fragrance. Actually, it can be both for guys and gals, but I think the guys can truly pull off this fragrance right here, simply because on every stage of Carmina, you have these blankets of notes that keep it masculine in a way. So you have the saffron spice and pink peppercorn in the beginning, you have the cashmere wood in the mid, you have the incense, and then you have the ambroxan musk combination in the end. And so these notes, these blankets, so to speak, on every stage of Carmina ensures that it's not really a femme fragrance, like a fully femme fragrance to me. Definitely guys can pull this off. Now for the ladies and those who enjoy femme leaning fragrances, are you gonna be able to enjoy this fragrance? I mean, this fragrance is made for women apparently, guys, on paper. So I think that with some floral sequences right here, you are gonna be able to enjoy this fragrance right here, from the Rose de Mai, the Peony, and the Violet. Definitely enjoyable for women as well. But I would say, guys, make no mistake, this fragrance is a seducer's perfume. That's right, this is a seducer's perfume. From start to finish, definitely you have that crimson red feel, that gradient, and it does give that message. It delivers that sensuality, that sexy gradient, fall, winter, spicy, cherry, all the way from the start to finish right here. Ambroxan. Definitely this fragrance is a seducer's perfume, whether guy or gal or in between. If Casanova had a perfume this would be one of those in Casanova's arsenal. Creed Carmina right there. Definitely this is not a fragrance that is safe, like I said. I don't think this is a fragrance that was made for that. This is for the bold and daring. Those that want to wear a very sensual date night perfume. I think Carmina is the perfect choice for that. Now, the overall performance of Creed Carmina is up to 12 hours, which is pretty rare for a Creed, right? But that's thanks to the ambroxan that comes in the 6-hour mark that really pushes the performance up to the 12-hour mark. Now, of course, at the 12-hour mark, it's not going to be really super strong, but it's going to be a prominent, lingering draw-in scent as well. That's really what it is. It's a sexy draw-in scent. And like I said, you've got hour 1 to 6 to enjoy the beautiful start to mid. And then as we head into the dry down, it's gonna be incense, it's gonna be rose, it's gonna be musk and ambroxan. And so it is a lovely ending to Carmina. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people actually loved the dry down more than the intro, guys. Okay, so if there's anything that's probably, I don't know, some people might not like about Carmina, is that it's not a safe fragrance, like I said. And also maybe in the beginning, some might get like a medicinal start with Carmina, with the cherry mixed with the saffron and the spices. I would say that maybe that's one con, that some people might feel it's kind of medicinal. But to me, it was pretty nice. I mean, I get the message from the bottle. And so definitely, you know, my mind was kind of set. And so I knew that it was gonna be a cherry spicy type of intro right there. And of course, the progression of Carmina, very, very nice, seamless. You're not gonna get a lot of these weird turns on Carmina. It's definitely this one big gradient heading into, you know, the ending right there. The ending of whatever night you have with whoever you're with. It's definitely that ending right there. So Creed Carmina, I think, is a beautiful fall winter fragrance. I would put it up there versus Bodacious and all the cherry fragrances out there, because it's not really just a cherry fragrance. It's an overall carmine red fragrance, a crimson red fragrance, and Creed did it really smart. And because it's not a cherry based fragrance, they got to use all the weaponry, all the different notes that set up that crimson red concept in your head once you smell this fragrance. So I really recommend this fragrance. Now, pricing wise, from what I heard, this fragrance is going to be priced at 250 euros for 75 ml. In my opinion, it is absolutely worth it. It is absolutely worth it. It has all the beautiful elements of a crimson red fragrance. And as long as you know what you're getting into, that you're getting a spicy cherry fragrance, deep dark rose with ambroxan in the end, that musk, that gradient. If you know what you're getting into, in my opinion, you're gonna get a good full bottle purchase right here with Creed Carmina. I mean, I am interested in getting a full bottle actually for the fall winter season. And again, I would put this up against all the other great cherry fragrances, and this definitely has a case for being better because it's not just cherry lenient. Okay, it has other aspects that make the fragrance amazing. And it's a good concept by Creed by using the crimson red as the base for everything, guys. Okay, so that is it. That is my no hype review on Creed Carmina right here. I mean, I got hyped actually when I smelled the fragrance because it actually really smells good. Let me know in the comments below if you're one of those that got the early smell on Creed Carmina. Let me know if what I found is in conjunction with what you guys and gals found with Carmina, guys. And again, the slated release is September 15. So get your credit cards ready or save up, because this, in my opinion, is going to be a nice fall winter banger. And again, this is Troy D. I'll see you guys on the next video, maybe tomorrow. God bless, take care, peace.